Hello everyone and welcome to yet another live coding and chill. Hope you've had amazing weeks and you're about to have amazing Fridays, amazing weekends. I'm very happy to be here. I'm your host, Johnny. I'm a principal software engineer, but I'm a SwiftUI noob, and that's what we'll be doing today. Once again, we'll be having some new and exciting adventures in XCode, not VS Code, our usual tech stack and helper tool IDE. It's going to be XCode and native app development. At the end of the stream, we are going to be emulating this in the Apple Vision Pro as well. But last time I tried it, maybe fried my Mac Studio, and the stream went bad. It started stuttering. So we'll save that to the end. For the end, just in case things go back. Although when we did try it in the follow-up stream, things went well. So I don't know, it will be a nice teaser. If you manage to hang on until then, you get to see this running in the Apple Vision Pro, which I'm super excited about. The idea for today, the brand new app, is a cartography travel exploration app. I'm calling it Vasco, after the famous explorer. And the idea is to list all the explorations, all the trips, all the visits that you've done in your life, at the very least, all the countries that you visit, and then you can have some nice visualizations. You can see the world map, and then the places you have visited have some colors. Maybe you can connect it to your family accounts, and you can see where your family members have visited, where you've traveled together, see some stats versus the world, that sort of thing. And how cool would that be if you could see it in 3D, like a 3D globe, and then things light up there, and also see like Street View, what's happening at this moment, or what Apple thinks is happening at the moment, the 3D representation of the Apple view that you may have. Like, I've been in Argentina like 5 years ago. How does the place I stayed look like now? You can see it on the map, click, see it then. A lot of vision for this Apple app that will eventually make it to the Apple Vision Pro. But for now, we need to start from the basics, and we'll be starting from scratch. This is exactly what you get if you start a new multi-platform project in Xcode. What you get is this master and detail view that does actually expand out nicely if you're using landscape mode on iPad. If you're using it on a Mac, then you actually do get to see the detail on the right and as you select it. But now, since we are previewing for iOS, you have to click one of the list items and then you go see it focus there. So it's nice that they have Swift data, which we've covered a little bit in the previous stream, already set up. You click the plus edit button, and then it pretty much just captures a timestamp of what's happening now, and you can see the detail, which has like nothing much. But what we want to do is, and the plan for today is to have a separate view where you can just see the world map, and then in this sort of item timestamp view, we're gonna change that into a place markers type of view, where you can click the plus button and you get to a form, a small form, where you can search for the place you visited, like, you know, Athens, and it pulls up Athens, Greece, amongst other things. You select that one. You add like Barcelona, you add London, you add anything here, and then you can click the detail and see that place close up, and still go to that other view. We'll start creating here in the beginning and see the whole world map, and with all the pins that you've added, and eventually add overlays where we can break things up, where the country's borders are more clear, they light up according to whether you've been or not, and that sort of thing. So lots of scope and lots of fun stuff, and something where I'd have more of a plan if I was to do it with like full stack JavaScript or Typescript. If I were to use I think I know exactly what I'd be doing and what I'd be embedding. But one of the reasons that I want to try this out is that I get exposed to new tools, new UX paradigms and ideas, and maybe I'll be able to steal them and enhance my web dev skills as well. This is the first time I'll be using MapKit, for example, Apple's Mapkit. I've used Google Maps, I've used some other third parties, but I haven't used Mapkit. And they have a Mapkit JavaScript version. So maybe I'll be trying that out first if I like it in another project. Who knows? All right, as always, I think I've preambled enough. Do let me know in the chat what you're up to, what you're doing. Are you sticking with like JavaScript, TypeScript? Are you here for the first time because you saw like SwiftUI and you're super excited? Maybe you're a SwiftUI pro, in which case I'll definitely need your help. And I did talk about what we get from starting the new XCode project from start. So we have this model for a generic item, which will turn into like an exploration or something like that. We do have some assets for the default accent color, which is just the default boring blue, and just to play around, I changed it into this green. And we don't get like app icons and that sort of thing. We'll be adding them later. You definitely need them if you want to actually publish your app in the end, but I don't think I've actually changed anything important. And it does seem that it's like at any point you can say if and do an operating system check and then add a section only for whether you're running, if you're running in that OS. So I suppose if we want to have a 3D globe view, we'd have a conditional here to say if OS is VisionOS, only then like get in the reality kit, bring that in and render this model. Which will be interesting to get to, but we have a long way to go. First things first, dedicated world map view. And what I'll be doing is having this classic like bottom of the screen navigation. I think that's still popular with the kids. Let me know if that's different. And they call it map view here. Also, another thing versus TypeScript and JavaScript, it is easy to switch the preview targets, and it is easy to go into an individual screen, an individual component, and then have that render on the side. But I do like it in JavaScript how easy it is to hot reload and restart. And usually if you haven't set up something like Playwright with component testing and stuff, it is trickier. If you haven't set up Storybook or something like that, it is trickier to render an individual component. But every time you render individual components, then you have less confidence your app actually works. So I do love this preview functionality here. I think there is some things we can take as great ideas to implement in TypeScript meta framework land, but still pros and cons. Big pro is that there is a native navigation split view, which does the thing that we just saw, where you can add like your items here, your list of items, and then go to the detail view, and then if it's on a bigger screen, then it does something else. That is awesome. I wish I had that in JavaScript, TypeScript. Also, like the delete functionality, like built in, you can swipe, click this button by default. You can have other fun buttons there. You have dark mode by default. Although, I did find yesterday that for whatever reason, whenever I start the emulator, the functionality breaks. Which is why I will be doing this on light mode, because now like the functionality works, and that's what we want. All right, so I think tab view is what we want here. And then I suppose we render our individual views, and I have a label. It's one. Interesting. So instead of content view, what do we actually call this? It will be like the list and detail view. But what do we call it? Exploration view? Sure. So can I copy paste this? No? Guess not. And let's create a group for views and create a new view, SwiftUI view, and that's going to be our exploration view. And we can just copy paste whatever we have here, I suppose. Maybe we can start pasting from here. Now we should be good to go. Oops, preview cast. Interesting. Interesting. So that's very interesting. This should be exactly the same as the other one. Like, are we missing anything else from this content view? So let's just rename it. In memory. Does that mean it never gets persisted? I guess so. The moment I try to add it, it crashes. And I don't know why that would be. If I move this view here, the content view, we should be cool. And if we, and this still renders. So yeah, that doesn't crash. So maybe let's call this word map view. And maybe it will be using Swift data. I don't think it will have a navigation split view. It will just be a regular view. In which case, do you just render it? Like, would I be able to just render a list? So these things. Sure, looks alrighty. Why am I saying this one? Whoops. So let's forget this ever happened. Sure. The main view is this, but it's the word map view. But I want to have just a hello world, I suppose. No extra functions. And in here, Should I have an extra folder for screens? Maybe. Maybe not. Let's call one root tab view. And I guess we just stir up a few things inside the tab view. This would be content view and word map view. And that's it. All right, so we have the core view, which should be presence, nobody's, and word map. And I wonder, where can we find like all the system images? Nowhere? I guess the answer is nowhere. iOS system icon list. Is it this? I have a message. Is that true? Am I in a different place? Interesting. This is very cool, but I don't think it's what they want here. Can download the full kit from the developer portal. It is this. Oof, and we need to download this app to find them. I see. Guess that's why. Maybe that's an app idea. Let's create one. Let's create an app. That lists all of these without needing to download this project. But I guess it's a standalone app. All right, fair enough. Can do it. here we are. All right. They even have like the new ones. They have ones with animations, I guess. Everyone has animations. Nice. Cool. How do I search? Like this. Map. Map. So let's try to have this one be map fill. I guess we could have guessed that that could be the name. Immediately it appears here. So you can ask about C. The preview. And maybe floor spy glass. No skiggles. It's like the center icon. But yeah, let's see map again. We can use this one, this one. Doesn't really matter. Let's just have a look to see this. And we do manage to get on both views. Great. So we're now nailing the top view. As easy as that. I guess render the root top view here. Can I rename this exploration view? Will it break it? And fair enough. Go between. It crashes because of that name. Wonder why. Oh well, that's something to debug offline. Well, I am in this view. It works. What happens if I don't keep this in memory? I guess it stays in local storage, but does that affect anything else? Interesting. Is it because this, which renders the other thing, doesn't have the model context? Not sure. Unclear. But hey, doesn't really matter. Like, we need to embed mapkit, as was the plan. So we added a dedicated word map view. It's fine. And now we need to add mapkit. This. And the docs don't say, like, just do this, mate. I guess this is an example. Cute. All right, so let's paste this map. But I can only imagine that these locations are in 3 locations. You need to declare them somewhat, somewhere. So this is like a location to D or something to that effect. Do I have something here? Location manager. So it's this thing, but they don't have like any examples. Let's see a location. Cannot find map in scope, they say, so that's a problem. Guess we need to import something else. Do we need to import mapkit? Fair enough. Simple coordinates of mapkit. New mapkit. Yes, we should be doing this on init or something like that. Let's go back to marker. Any examples here? Not really. Can I just do this? Maybe. It's labels. I see. That doesn't. Latitude, longitude. We almost got there. Promising. All right. All right, so 3 pins on the map. And we can scroll the map so you can see the other 2 here. And they take up all of our screen. And if I'm in the top view, I can only imagine they take up to here. Cool. I'm trying to place this like higher up so you can more easily see it instead of my head. Maybe for these streams. Can put myself here. Maybe that's fine. All right, so in this view, oh, it doesn't reset. Interesting. It just magically goes to a point where it fits all of your pins. But if you've actually navigated in there, it will remember where you've ended. I press this, crashes. Who knows why? How do I refresh this? Let's play this. Sure. Right, so not adding items in this tab level, well, that's fine. What else do we want to do here? So we've added marker, and they have like different tints because of this. Maybe the user can select the tint, the color of the pin. Like if the tint was white, what happens? Auto contrast, nice. They've thought of everything. And I can have the annotation, sure. What's the difference between marker and annotation? Who knows? I guess you can add text. You can have like a Z stack, like a completely different stack here. Yeah, I imagine you cannot. You can add an image here. But do we always have the balloon? Let's see. System elements, tell me any image. Autocomplete something, please. Doesn't know. Let's do checkered flag, checkered circle. Can I easily copy this? I guess not. It's not how you pass this. It is. It's just not get a system element, made it up. Is it that we don't have like named variables here? They need to be in order, I guess so. Right, so you can just about see that we have the balloon, and inside the balloon is like the specific image instead of the pin. So that may be one of the differences with the marker. Like the marker always has the balloon, like the angled balloon. But if you want, if you can add an annotation with anything, I suppose. All right. So kind of important to know, but I think we've managed to implement MapKit, and now we'll need to identify, instead of items, we can have a models directory and take inspiration from this item thing and create our schema for what we want. It's exploration, it's user location to be like. And then, as I said, I'm hoping for this view to expand a little bit, where we can get in and add different items, which then the word map view will be reading instead of these hard-coded coordinates. And I'm sure there are like other things to mess around with. Like the Google Maps and legal, like do we really need those? I guess not. Can we hide them? Who knows? They're like a logo false. Guess not. Here's the look around view that we'll want to add. Overlays eventually. Map style. And can only assume you can set up the initial center. So if you don't have markers, then you can actually have that be like super zoomed out. Maybe we should do that actually. Zoom. No? There must be like something we can pass in the map that affects the initial zoom level. Maybe it's the bounds? Let's see. Let's ask ChatGPT for difference. Well, that's the problem with my face being here. It's in the middle when I'm trying to type things. Oh well. MK map view. MK map view, is that a real thing? Probably a deprecated thing because ChatGPT is a bit old. So for AppKit and UIKit, but not SwiftUI. Is MK coordinate region a real thing? Like fact second ChatGPT. Don't think it will be. Ah, coordinate region. All right. So right, if you try to fact check ChatGPT, it may provide better results. It's still doubling down and saying that what they said is best. So why does this need to be state? Because it gets affected, I guess. Let's try it. Would it work without markers? If I just do this? Yes. Wow. So that's cool, I suppose. So this makes it overflow, which is kind of neat. Yeah, so what is this saying? All right, we're getting there. All right, we set the center. That makes sense. And we can still have markers. Interesting. Looks almost correct, but not really. Let's see. what it's trying to do there, unfortunately. But maybe the map builder is a good shout. Maybe not. Doesn't really matter. Something to look into offline. Because the most fun thing is for the users to be able to add markers. So let's try to do that. Maybe just a quick look. Scope. What is scope? I guess you can make it not interactive as well if you just want it to be like a word map all the time. But maybe there's like another library that would be even better to use, to be honest. So yeah, you can set the initial position. Sure. That feels promising, initial position. Can give the days in here too. Oh, interesting. So, can we do like initial position, some up camera position? Based on a reason. We'll move on after this. So is this, maybe we can have like a camera. Initial camera position, which is this, which can take a region. No? Region. All right, that's promising. And then pass in initial camera position. Oh, doesn't like it. Static method. This is not a member. just use can I actually pass in word? Yeah, but not. Oh, dot region, and we pass it in here. That's insane. Wow. All right, so in between the ChatGPT hallucinations and stuff, we got something useful. So that's great. So is latitude, which way is latitude? Other way. I guess it's trying to fill everything in here, and if we were in a different device, it would just work. So that's cool. Apparently it knows that we're passing in a map camera position and does this thing. Are our markers somewhere in the US hidden? Yeah, they are here. Guess if we were on an iPad, maybe we'd be able to see more. Let's see. Still not quite. Where is in North America? And I wonder, is it here? No, it's because the center is here, I guess. If I don't say center, what happens? I need a center. How can I center in the user's location? User location view model. What's that? Just like state object. I guess it's it thinks that we have this set somewhere else. All right, enough sensitivity for now. What else do we want? Maybe nothing. Do we want to do this? Unclear. I'll just look with the word map view. Decent. But yeah, let's move on with our lives. Let's create our exploration model. So let's create a models directory. let's say call here groups, and take expression from this item thingy. And create a new file, which I guess is just a Swift file. I guess. Just need to import data, the model, the expression, and the timestamp. I guess it's gonna be date, but like visit start, start and end. It's gonna have a start and maybe an end. Like, do you make this like this? Sure. And we also want a location, surely. And that's like a location to be. So users, do I need to import market? I guess. So what are we going to say? We're going to say in this location we entered, we start an expression there. That first. And this is the start date, like we visited at this point, and maybe you want to also add when you escaped the country. Could be fun. And notes. Maybe string, and then we can do the initializer. It does all of this for us. Great. And then I guess that concludes our model for now. Let's see if we can add some expressions for specific dates. Which will mean that we need a date picker, I suppose. So the content view, because we weren't able to rename this, that's the problem here. No set value here, so I'm confused. Did it flip out? Like nothing about items here, so it should be fine. Interesting. Is it because I called it expression? Let's see, if I don't have this tall, truss. All right. So what did we do wrong in this model? I guess let's try again. So let us name this file. It builds. And let's paste everything. And then I imagine it's not going to build again. Interesting. Do we need to provide it in the environment? Do we need to provide like everything? Every model context here? Does this need to be an array that also has fluorescent self? Interesting. So we can pass an array here. Is there anything else? It does get access to the item z. And it can be like the mapkit stuff, surely. But maybe this. So let's let be this. So that's fine. Oh, interesting. It is importing mapkit. The problem is that we were importing mapkit here. Interesting. So how would I store the location? We do need the location. Mapkit location to be. Is it just lat long? And Swift lat long. Let's say latitude double and longitude double. Maybe that's how we get around this for now. It's the spelling. I guess we could create another class that is like the exploration place. Like user location, exploration location, and it has this. That could make sense. And it still works. Right, I'll just need a moment to check up on my lovely dog. Be right back. Samarina here, being a peaceful angel. Everything's right. So I was thinking that we could create like an exploration location that has like the lat long, but is that like too complicated? Maybe it's gonna be a Swift file. Just want to see if I can do it, you know. So this time we won't have like Swift data or anything, but a file class exploration location. This is a lot long. That's like every location in the world. And then here you can be passing this, but no, I don't like it. I don't like it, not one bit. So I'm not gonna do it. What I am gonna do in this content view is that I actually don't want to do anything with items. I want it to be all about explorations. Crossing makes sense. Explorations, each one is going to be an exploration. Will it have a name? Maybe they should have names. So on delete, perform delete exploration. What does delete exploration do? Explorations for each one, delete that one, and add item. Where does that go? Ah, here when you press this. But now, a new exploration will have a start of this. And then let's say that's like something like this. All right, will this compile now? Probably. So it looks the same. We would want, when we go to the detail, to also have like the map view that's centered on where we are at. Can we do that? Or what should we do first? We can expand our model as much as we want. But yeah, what's our agenda? Specific dates. Yeah, we'd want to add one for a different date. Add map, like Let's say that we do want to map and explore some detail view. So detail, when we're in bigger screens, it's this. But what happens when we click? How does it show this? Oh, that's the view. It links to this. I guess so. Sure. So let's create an exploration detail view. The other thing I found since last time, which was my first time working with SwiftUI, and you know, it's overwhelming at start, then spend like a day working on it and trying to consume information and YouTube videos and courses and stuff. And now I think, this is for babies, like anyone can do this. And next week, I'm sure I will be like on the Valley of Disillusion. But look, you just press plus and then you get all these nice UI components that you can use. Pfft, insane. Yeah, I had a look at this. I'm like, wow, if only we had the browser native web versions of these as well. They even have methods. Wow. You can even access your colors here. You can even access the icons. Why didn't anybody tell me this? Nice. Right, now I know. The more you know. Right, so what is here? We're doing the... So how would we want to go about this, actually? What type of view is it? I'm not sure. Pressing the wrong button. These are the components, these are the layouts, and I guess it's gonna be a VStack. I guess. View that fits. Just vertical stack for sure. And I guess this is going to be taking a location, but it will also have a map with the location being this. So let's do this again. And let's have the map first. And import mapkit. And no initial position, because we'll just have like the one marker. Yeah, so it could have like a system image as well. I'm just thinking about this, but it will have like the one marker. Sure. Guess it could be an annotation, I suppose, or we could select depending on the type. coordinate would actually be something else. But let's create it for now. Can we do it in line? All right, so how do I specify in a VStack what I want to take like the most space? Maybe let's have this first and then we're out. Right, so in the content view, we actually want to go to the exploration detail view. So then we go here, but we want this to take in an exploration. It's all coming together. And I think we must have something like this. So how did we do it last time? So this one still gets the model context, but why? Because it has a save. No, it's the add screen, sorry. So the detail screen still has the context. It gets title, year, blah, blah, blah. But why? Because it has the update. So yeah, maybe all we need is to say let exploration equal exploration. So this takes in an exploration, as we've seen. And then this would be exploration at and exploration long. And this could be the name. Yeah, exploration should always have a name. It can default to like the location name, I suppose. And it seems that we need like a trick here to create this in the context. I guess not. It's fine. Yes, we do. So we're gonna create a container for this view, which will be creating like a demo location for us. There is an exploration, then render this with the exploration, or else this may not be there, but we initialize it. When it appears, we initialize it. Do people have like custom creators of this? Like generators for mock data? Surely they must. Did we have a date? And with this, we can render this in a navigation stack, I guess. Guess its problem is here. We do want to pass the expression as well. For sure. Name. Here, yeah, we need a name. All right, so we have these, and then we go to the detail view, and it kind of works. And if we go to the emulator just on the screen, it also kind of works. But I guess this is definitely not the San Francisco City Hall. Definitely not. Definitely not. And there should be like a back button here. It's not the end of the word. Yeah, that's a lot long. I remember being in a talk where they mentioned, who were they? One of the famous travel map apps, Citymapper, I think Citymapper, where they said the most pins are in a place in the oceans or like Caribbean islands or something like that. And like a cluster of pins for no reason, because why are there so many there? And it was because that's what happens when you mix lat and long for like San Francisco or London. I think London, I'm not sure. So yeah, if you mix those up, then you end up in the ocean. And lots of developers have, so that's why in the database they have so many pins in those places that no one really ever goes. Oh, damn. We made it. By the way. Yeah, so here we want to we call this like title, size, title. Maybe we need nothing but the map. I guess we'll need like the dates and stuff like that, the details here. Can we change the friendly name? Not sure. But yeah. And this would also be the exploration name. I don't know about the icon. Maybe we won't be doing that for now. Maybe we will. And tint orange. Right. So what's this? Is this like a text or is it a hex? Or what is this? color. How do I convert things to color? How do I default things? Is another question. And is there a color? Is there a implement this new parameter helper? I guess we could be saving a string. Probably overcomplicating things. But let's see. Can I do a ternary here? Can we do an if? It's like if and if. Who knows? If and if looks correct. How do I do it here? Guess this returns boolean. Alright, don't worry about it. Don't add the tent. Don't add the tent. Don't worry about today or the future. No scope creep. If it takes too long, abort. All right. So else do we want to do here? Ah, yeah, to make it look less bad, I suppose. Maybe we can get to the edit view somehow. I guess. But maybe that's fine. Is this just a string? Yeah, I guess. And what did we have before? We had this, and all I want to do is a different text. But suddenly, they don't like this. Just like doing this. No. I'm confused. So why does this work? I don't get it. Oh, Damien, nice to see you in the chat. Yeah, I love trying out new things. Who knows, maybe game dev and Godot is going to be next. Apple is banning persistent web apps. So one of the first languages that I learned was ActionScript, which many people will not recognize today. It was the language that Flash, Adobe Flash, was using. And I used that to make some interactive web apps. It was very good with animations and like fancy interactions. And of course, at some point, Apple said, no more Flash allowed. It was super insecure, to be fair. But if you've ever been in Newsgrounds and played some of those games, you'd know that it took us a very, very long time to have a bit of that functionality here. But it was for the better because it was like super, super insecure and led to some crazy hacks that people could do. I'm not sure about the Apple ban on persistent web apps. I should read up about it for sure. I don't know what the reasoning behind it is. Hopefully it is something like that, like a security concern, and it's not that they just want everyone to use like the App Store or an App Store or something like that. So hopefully it's for the good of the people and the internet and not just force people to use App Store stuff. Because yeah, today we're trying out iOS, SwiftUI, and VisionOS, but what I said in the previous stream holds true. If someone was to tell me make an app for Vision Pro, for the Apple Vision Pro for VisionOS, I would make a web app that runs on Safari. If it runs on Safari, it will run on VisionOS, and I would expect Apple to support persistent web apps for VisionOS. Like, that'd be my hopes and dreams. So going completely the other way around, where even on your phone you won't be able to like install an app that's PWA in Safari. That makes me sad. I'll read up about it. Thank you for the heads up. Right. So why is this text working? But the moment I'm passing in like a slightly more complicated text here, it's not liking it. So the moment I pass in exploration start, just, it works. I guess it must have been like too many parentheses, too few parentheses. Fair enough. Yeah, only for the money. Yeah, I'd suspect that, but I want to be an optimist, and I was hoping there was a better reason than that. It's one of the places where I do like being in the EU, and the EU pushing Apple to do some things that are better for independent web apps, if that makes sense. So EU is pushing for Apple to allow side loading apps, I suppose, legally. And of course the EU has pushed for things that we all hate, like the cookie banner and stuff like that. But they are doing stuff that tries to make Apple less of a monopoly. But of course, Apple, the $3 trillion company, the biggest company in the world, they're trying to make themselves an even bigger monopoly. Makes sense. And I know that YouTube, for example, and other companies, if you can manage your subscription with Apple, which is great, like as a user, I do like that, because then you can just go to like your Apple account and see all your subscriptions. If you want to cancel, then you can cancel them there. Usually Apple will notify you that tomorrow you need to pay this. So if you want to cancel, you cancel now. But every company who wants to avoid the Apple cut will tell you, oh, if you sign up, if you go to your browser, if you go to your desktop and go to like YouTube and buy premium from there, you get like 20% off, because Apple will not be getting a cut. So you get a better price. And yeah, I can see how Apple wants that to not happen, and they want us to go only through them. And yeah, PWAs may make that a better option, I suppose. If you can install like the YouTube app from Safari or something, maybe that's an easier way. If if Google could tell you, install the persistent web app of YouTube, and then through there you can buy the subscription without going to your desktop, maybe that's the thing they want to avoid. But in any case, I am rambling a little bit because I do need to read up more about it, and I am trying to figure this out as well. So I have managed to add the date here, great. But how can I not show the time? Is there like none omitted? Great. And I like this auto completion for sure. Long? Sure. Makes sense. And there must be like a label and text functionality as well. And more padding. Like it looks so bad that it makes me want to spend more time with this. It's the magic click, this button. What do we have here? There is a label content. user interface items to say here. Oh well, doesn't matter. We'll think about that. Let's put this in a horizontal stack. Surely we can put a horizontal stack. Ah, it's horizontal stack like this. I see. And then what? Who knows? This could be elevated, this could have some padding, this could be strong, bold. Title, subtitle. Wow. Smaller than expected. Bigger than expected. Anyway, that's enough. I wonder, like, can I say like start date? Next. Visit it. Sure. And how can I make this stack have like the same padding as the other things? Random. Random padding. That'd be fun. Right, so we have the exploration date. We can attach like custom labels and colors and images. Like at some point, maybe you can upload one image for your visit. And at some point, we'd want to read the user's camera roll and then import the locations from there. That'd be awesome. Feels like something we'd be able to do one day. But here, let's see, we add one and then we go, and then, you know, this is not London, but we have the title view just fine. I wonder why it jumps up like this. Is it because the title is derived? Who knows? Interesting. But we don't want to just press a button and then it adds like a set location. We want the user to be able to select the location to add, or at the very least the date. So let's make that happen. So in the content view, there is the edit button, I guess. No, the add expression, which becomes like a plus. And instead of a button, I guess it should be a link. Maybe. Like here. let's work on the add exploration view. So on this one, I guess we want a form. Let's see if we try to add it from here. Surely there is a form. That's it. Okay. And date picker, multi-date picker. Oh, it's 2 months. Forget this ever happened. Let's add a single date. I think it's trying to help me, but it's not quite helping me. Text. So this start. Sure. Click here. Oh, it has our actions from the app, which is neat. And what can I add? Can I say date only? Oh, displayed components, it's a state. Go to the docs, back to the docs. I may have clicked the correct thing. Have linked it, not clicked it. Do we want this in the state? Maybe. So let's add it. Let's add this. Did I call it before? Arcade, sure. Same thing. What else? Date picker style, graphical, like that one. But then this does nothing? I guess not. It's not that obvious that today is today, but you're trying to pick a different date. So can I do a label as well? Oh, in date range, so you can pass it like this. Where's date range again? It's this. All right. Let's see if we can do that. missed that. They're self-calling this method. Insane. End components. What does this take? Does this take a date? What does that do? This return. ... Can this be a date? Let's pass it in and we'll see. So it gets me there at the end of the year. Can I do state for end components? Can I do date here? Like, what does this return? Date. Great. I don't want you to say you visited a place like after today. Impossible. So that seems to work. So that's neat. Maybe that can be the start date. And can I just have a label here? About images, what is this? Because that says nothing, right? And let's see it on iPad. Huge. Can you do like a graphical calendar with label? Oh, interesting. This makes it look as part of the same group. Is there like a group type of thing? Here we go. Now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. I need to re-add it. They've thought of everything. Maybe not. It looks so bad. Oh no. We messed it up. Is there any other like grouping type of situation? Alright, let's just do the text and move on with our lives. And do a similar thing for end date. Like another spacer. I think that would do anything. Oh yeah, this view is too big. It opens the calendar nicely, so maybe I'm just being silly. Yeah, let's just have them do it like this. It's fine. So no text, no nothing. Does this change when this changes? I guess not. And I guess this should be the epoch. Like date epoch something. Alright, so you can go up to the distant past. That's fine. Click here and you can go like through the years. Yeah, that's a bit excessive. But hey, maybe you want to do like an Explorer Voyages here. You can actually put Vasco da Gama. Right. And this should not be tied. And maybe this starts as nothing. Can this be nil? Can this be date or nil? Who knows? Yeah, just don't make it optional. Just have them put both things. And yeah, something to figure out offline. So we have the start date and the end date. And then we want the location. What else did they say I was going to do today? We did this. Great. Specific dates but random places. Great. And then when they submit the form, something should happen. So let's see the add game screen. What else do we have here? What else have we done? Next build. Of course, I guess we can have like a name. Let's say name. At the start, you should have the location, I suppose. And that's how you declare null. Yeah, I do want the selection here, unfortunately. What else can we do here? So here you do pass the binding as year optional. Well, fair enough. What else did we say they have? Start, end, name, Latin long, of course. And notes. Do they have like a big text field? I guess it's this, but let's say this text field. Guess this must be something too. All right, what else do we do here? We have a button, we have a toolbar. It even has a navigation title, I guess. And model container because it's used in the context. Okay, that makes sense. And it gets dismissed too. Interesting. I guess it opens as an app seed. That's right. I want this. So import Swift data for sure. The model context for sure. In the preview, let's put it in the navigation stack. It's going to be exploration. And we can say it has a navigation title. Is it the form? I guess so. This could use padding for sure. And it has a toolbar too. Would it have like a back? We can have a button at the end too. So, title. What do we use title? Should be name. Keep passing the reference. Name. Not name empty. I guess that's it. I don't think they're able to do anything else for now. How do I make this button nicer? because that doesn't look great. And we can have an icon as well. SwiftUI big save button. I want a big save button. So where are they putting it? In the frame. Right, so that's cool. And when I add something, then it becomes active. And what do I do here? Great. Great. Not so great. So how can I make it borderless? Must be somewhere. So yeah, not the background color. How many times did we use buttons here? Button style. All right, there's a button style. Sure. So that's interesting. Bordered prominent. Great. But still doesn't expand. That's something I want. Is that like a tutorial or what is this? Tutorial. Oh, they have pattern. Nice. Done well. So they use a label instead of this, I guess. All right, let's give it a shout. It doesn't feel correct, to be honest. Feels more correct. Not quite. So they have the button here, and they have like this weird thing. Are they just making it up? Will ChatGPT know better? Love getting into these rabbit holes. Hopefully you don't mind too much. So it does know about frame max with infinity, but it is claiming it can apply it after. Yeah. And what happens if we add like padding? Just add some padding, I guess. So we're definitely putting the action there, but there must be an easier way, surely. And I can only imagine that this is not, it's breaking it, right? No. The internet again. It's the same thing. But I guess they bus the action like this. But I make the text have the full width. All right. All right, that's something. And what if this is an 8 stack? VStack. Okay, a bit weird. Let's just keep it as a form. Doesn't look that bad. Like, not the best thing in the world. Form. Right, looks cleaner. Cool. I think that's all we want. All that remains is the save action. Actually do something. So it just has the method here, but oh, it's like a def func. I'm making this up, maybe. Private func. There you go. I'm used to JavaScript where I never declare functions anymore. I just do consts. And yeah, let's take more inspiration from the apt game screen. I don't need to try to save. That's all we're doing. Find an expression and inserting the expression, and that's it. In the name, it's going to be name, and the stuff means. So, from this view, we don't know how that would work, actually. So let's just call this London, put a date in the past. Name is here. I click save. And then nothing happens because I didn't pass the accent here. I guess I can pass this as save exploration. And then I save, and I guess it's saved in the context, but we'd never see it. So now what we want is when you click the plus button, it's a navigation link. It's actually gets us to the Ad Exploration view and has a label. Can you press it like this? Maybe not. All right, so how do I do the label thing, actually? Can't I just do this? Confused. Yeah, it just works. Sure. Some big devices you see Ad Exploration, or else you just see the plus, which everyone recognizes. Press plus, make it here. Great. And we have no indication that this saves. But it does. This is London indeed. Cool. Where in London? Lord knows. Oh, near Brit. Great. Clearly the zoom level should be different, and this, instead of the time, should have something else. So for each exploration, this should also be a component, shouldn't it? We need some fake data here. We save, and we go back. Let me see this. The visit date. Sure. See, abbreviated, but then we'll need to add it again. And since we need to add it again, let's see. How do we go back to the view? Like if all of this happens, save exploration happens, how do we go back? We get back after saving. There you go. Commit data entry. Let's send CBD our way. much like dismiss, I imagine there would be like something like back, but where is it? Maybe it should be part of the upseed, now that I think about it. So what do we do here? We have the games list view. And then navigation link. Where? To the game? It goes there. But that's not what we want. It's a screen. This screen. It has like a sheet. Do we want to add it in an app sheet? Maybe. Would I like this more? And that's my question. Let's ask. Here. Oh, dismiss still works. I've done like 2 hours of a course and I know more than ChatGPT. Well. It doesn't know about Swift data either. So it's the same, it's just dismiss. If ChatGPT is correct, of course. So we click plus, we say London. We pick a different date. Click save, we're back. Perfect. Yeah, I'm not sure about exposing the end date. Looks like it will lead to problems. Maybe I would just do like the one date. And I think there was a way to order these as well. Just by specifying this, sure. correct. Let's copy all of this. London first and go to like way back then. Or else let's add Barcelona. Let's add it on last year. Or whenever that is. And it is indeed ordered like this. So let's do one in the middle. So even without the sorting, it would be nowhere. Oh, I didn't do in the middle. I need one 2021. Come on. Or I forget. Right, so it does order them to latest, reverse order, great. This seems to work, gets its miss back, amazing. What else we want is maybe keep like that save button at the top too, it's nice. And there's already a back button when we end up here normally. So at which level do I want this? In the toolbar. The form has a toolbar. Two save buttons, let's see if we can actually get there. Yeah, back, that express and save, looks nice. Works, this edit thing appears eventually, which I'm not sure about, but hey. I think we're cooking. All right, so now we need to also take account of the lat long. So we've done everything in the agenda for the day. Hope you have fun. We will try to see if we can get the user's current location. Let's see. Anything else in detail? Yeah, it actually goes to the correct place. I would be updating like this end date. I don't like how it works now. Like the moment you update this date, the other one should go like to the same date, and then you can like tweak it or something, which can be annoying if you've made, if you messed with the other one. I guess maybe you can do, they have a multiple date picker, but not a date range picker. So not sure. Airbnb must have something for this. I'm sure about that. So I was just thinking, what do we need to do? We need to get the user's current lat long. And there is this thing I found, the CL location manager, but it doesn't have like any examples. You can configure our app to use location services, which is like fair enough. But hey. Let's close everything. But that's pretty, I will ask him, sir. Get users. Location manager. I guess ideally we'd have like a search box. So you'd click the search and then, like Instagram, right? If you try to add a location, it suggests places that are close to your current location, but you can also complete and then it finds places around the world that are this. So maybe location search is what we actually want. Is there like a search component? Oh, search the distance, it says here. Too many things. It feels like the search and destination would be doing later. Searchable. So this is searchable, sure. Ah, I see. So not quite. Maybe location search view. So that could be in a sheet for sure. Something here, like you do have the name and you can have the location. So the location can have a preview, I guess. So I'm imagining in the form there is a text field named location, but actually when you do update it, it will update the name like the first time you do update it, but when you click it, it opens the sheet, the location search. So how did we do it here? Like this, like in the whole view. So in here, and we have this. Let's go with nothing. And this one, let's create another view quickly. Like location search, but I guess we can pass a reference to it and then it's going to mutate it. We're not going to do it today, but hopefully we'll get started. So we have this in the add exploration view, we have the location search view, and we'll be passing in lat and long. And this gets toggled by this, I suppose, when you focus there. Maybe you have like a search location type of thing. Like it's not when we focus here. Is it? It's not really a text field. Is it a button? So it opens this up, which I can't dismiss with a drag. This is kind of neat. And that's where I want like a search bar. And then this should start based on your current location. Oh wow, you can search anything. Maybe. So what should this be? This is like a results list, like a locations list without a prompt. And it should fetch some initial results, I guess, based on initial lat long or something. Definitely have this. And is there like just a list type of thing? Yeah, there is a list type of thing. I do a list type of thing anywhere else? And let's say state private var results is an array of like object that has a name of hello world. But maybe that's not how you create such a thing, like an array. Looks like the answer is not. It's like this. Is this an object? No? I guess not. So search results is what I want this to be. And we want to start with results that are like based on the user. Or maybe this, like just an empty array. Can do an empty array. Maybe that's like, let's say exploration array for now. Is that how they do it? That is how they do it. Hey, that should have been fine. I mean, this list should be searchable. Right, it's fine. It's fine. Didn't show anything, which makes me worry. I guess because we have no result. There must be like at least one view where we create an exploration. Like this one. Wah. it needs like Swift data or something. I guess so. Is this because I refused to like use lat long? So for the things that use Swift data, we are doing like something special, don't we? Model context. It's not it. Did this exploration like self? Who knows? It has like a result list that I want, right? But it wouldn't be getting it from the context. Right, it's coming back to me, so somewhere we must be doing something kind of similar. In the detail view, we are doing this. Maybe for the location results list, we can do something similar, where we have a locations result list container, and then that's what we render here. And that's needed anymore. And let's do it one step at a time. And this an array of explorations. No? And then we have explorations, we do this. And up here, exploration A is this. And exploration B is this. And how does it magically take them? All I need is things with not long. Oh well. Oh, did we get a hard crash? I think so. Maybe that's the point where I quit horsing around with these things and renew our appointment for next time, where I'll know more about these things. This thing. Should be like results. It's not complaining anymore. This won't be dealing with explorations. It will just be dealing with with latitude and longitude. Right? Where else did we do this trick? We must have done somewhere. Did here, not simply exploration is exploration. And it doesn't import Swift data. Oh. Different class altogether. Different file. Can you preview this file? All right. No hello world here. Let's say explorations is some A. All right. Why am I setting this in the context? I don't even know. Maybe we don't need it. But we are getting in here, and all I want, you know what I'm doing in this page, but in this page, all I want is this. All right, so we get some results and we'd be clicking one. So, these should be like the ones closest to us. And then you can search at the top. And then, yeah, according to what you've searched, you get different results, I guess. But here, it really doesn't like what we're doing. I give it an empty array. All right, because there are no results, but I also don't see like the search bar, which is what I expected, to be honest. Toolbar? Not really. Is it because we don't have any results? It could be, to be honest. But yeah. In the content view, we have to bring in the model context here. And then we create this. And then I guess the results become the explorations. All right, fair enough. But we won't be querying explorations, we'll be querying like the results. So that's like a bit of a different thing. So yeah, something to look after a different point. If I do like this searchable, it's gonna be like, oh, you need to pass in text. Maybe I don't need like two separate views. Maybe I can just do it here. All right. So now have this location search view, which will appear at some point. And then I guess we do something with the text. But also we don't really know. Like maybe we do need like this search view because that's the one that will be providing the initial results. Not sure. Not sure, to be honest. Maybe the results could be a state, but hey, this was fun. I think like we've done like this exploration. I'm not gonna be getting the user's current location just yet. I will leave it for the next time. I will jump into, does this work with the Vision Pro? So our successful journey is from where? The root tab view. We have the word map, we have the explorations, and we can add another one. And then I forgot that it crashes when we do this. Oh well. Maybe if we build, it will be fine. But let's see. For the explorations and the word map, I will try to run it for the Vision Pro. If the stream crashes, then I hope you have a lovely weekend. I will hope you'll have a lovely weekend regardless, of course. But I just wanted to get it out there. All right. I shouldn't have done this. Go back. Ooh, the tab is on the left. That's fun. It's fun to see. See if I can click it. Nice. So maybe the moment I look here, this expands and you can see like the word map. And we can still see our pins, and they look quite ugly, but that's still quite cool, I would say. So that's fun. And let's try to see, like, the search is quite insane. You can do dictation. Oh, it's really cool. I think this kind of crashes. So I'm pressing this button to restart. Still works. Sweet. Save. Unexpected failure. But that's cool. That's cool, I would say. Let's see. If we are in the detail view, pretty good, pretty fun. What else have we managed? We've managed the add exploration view. So if we do it here, or what exactly did we do? In the content view, we did manage to save from here. So let's see. Yeah. So for whatever reason, this works. And then you can go and check out these places. Nice. I think we can add like some cool stuff to this app. I don't know why when we start from like the root view, where we can see the cool like full screen, here's all your pins app. This flow doesn't work, but hey, we'll figure it out. All right, so I think I'll consider this ticked. Does work. Next steps, next Tuesday, we'll be back. Let me know, do you want me to do more SwiftUI stuff? Do you want me to try to do like the VisionOS view from the start? Because it's the future. Do you want me to go back to Svelte or Next.js? Anything is an option, especially every comment I do read, and I very often adapt my plans, get inspired based on something that you are saying, whether it's a YouTube comment, whether it's in the Discord, whether it's anywhere else, because what I love the most is helping out other fellow engineers and inspiring them to do cool things. And the inspiration at the moment is the Apple Vision Pro and SwiftUI learning something new for me, but maybe you have like a pressing matter, maybe you want to do something specific, let me know and I can work it in. As I said, Apple does have a mapkit for JavaScript, which we could have a play with and see how it works with Svelte as well. But that's just one example. We can do anything. The word is our oyster. As always, thank you everyone for deciding to spend your time with me, even if it was just a little bit. Thank you for coding along. A special thanks to anyone in the chat. Drop in comments and suggestions. And I think with this, I will leave you to a very amazing weekend. Have a lovely evening.